This is the story of what it really means to be a gentleman. One of the most beautiful stories of honor and true manhood. The story of a young man whose nobility shines across history. One of the companions of our Prophet, peace be upon him, Uthman ibn Talha. May God be pleased with him. In the painful years when the Muslims were tortured in Mecca, the Prophet, peace be upon him, finally gave the permission for migration to Medina. Among the first families who tried to leave were Salama, her husband Abu Salama, and their little son. They thought they could simply leave, but they didn't know that even migration would be blocked. When their small family reached the outskirts of Mecca, the men of Quraysh stopped them. They said to Abu Salama, "You may go, because you are not from our tribe, but your wife is from us, and her child is from us. We will not let you take them." Abu Salama pleaded, argued, begged, but nothing worked. They dragged him away by force, and he had no choice but to put his trust in Allah and begin the journey to Medina alone. When the tribe of Abu Salama, who were still pagans, heard what happened, they rushed and took the little boy away. The people of Quraysh said, "He is from our blood." But the tribe of the father said, "No, he is from our blood." And they pulled the poor child back and forth until they dislocated his shoulder. Salama screamed and begged them to stop. Finally, they took the child, leaving his mother completely alone. Her husband was in Medina. Her child was with another tribe, and she was trapped in Mecca. Every single day, she would walk to the outskirts of the city, sit down, cry, and return home alone. This continued for months. Eventually, some members of her clan felt mercy for her. They said to the elders, "She is just a woman. Let her reunite with her family." So they allowed her to leave. Then she went to the tribe of her husband and begged them for her son. Their anger had cooled, and they handed the child over to her. Now she was alone with only her small boy, no companion, no guide, no protection, about to cross the burning desert all the way to Medina. But she trusted Allah, and Allah never abandons those who trust Him. As soon as she began the journey, a young man appeared on a camel. It was Uthman ibn Talha, returning from hunting. He stopped and said, "O daughter of Zayd, where are you going?" She told him, "I'm going to my husband." And he said, "But you are alone." And she said, "I do not have a choice." And without hesitation he said, "By Allah, you cannot travel alone. I will accompany you." He brought his camel forward, helped her mount it with dignity, took the reins and walked the entire journey on foot. Whenever they stopped to rest, he would make the camel kneel, step far away, turn his back, and not look in her direction, out of pure honor and respect, even though hijab was not yet obligatory, and he wasn't a Muslim. Salama later said, "I swear I had never met a man more noble and honorable than Uthman ibn Talha." He remained walking under the sun while she rode the camel. He protected her and her child across the long desert until they reached the outskirts of Medina. He then pointed and said, "Your husband is in that city. You may go." He handed the camel to her and then walked all the way back to Mecca alone on his foot. What a man, what a gentleman. Years later, after Salama's husband passed away, she married the Prophet, peace be upon him, and became one of the mothers of the believers. As for Uthman ibn Talha, Allah never forgets goodness. Not only he converted to Islam, his tribe were the keepers of the key of the Kaaba. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, conquered Mecca, Al-Abbas, the Prophet's uncle, asked to be given the key, but Allah revealed the command, return the trust to those who deserve them. Can you imagine that Allah revealed a verse because of Uthman ibn Talha? And the Prophet, peace be upon him, called Uthman ibn Talha, handed him the key and said, "Take it, O Uthman. This key will remain in your family until the day of judgment, and whoever tries to take it from you is a wrongdoer." He protected a woman, and not just any woman, a woman that later on became one of our mothers, the mothers of the believers. And Allah honored him until the end of time. The story of Uthman ibn Talha is not just history, it's a living reminder of what true manhood is: honor, courage, respect, protecting others without expecting anything in return, and above all, knowing that Allah never forgets the good you do.